This is AC Starlord, aka Austin. Welcome back to my channel. And this video is part of the Halloween movie marathon, but this is about Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. This one is a review. I'm not going to do too much of this, but the reason why I picked this movie is because this one is a lot more scarier than Afterlife or Ghostbusters 2 or even the failed. I mean, they still made it, but the failed attempt, the female one, which I have no problem with. The female one is delightful in its own terms. Some people hate that one. I don't. I'm just saying that this one was so much scarier than those other ones. You actually have the threat, the ice ghost or Maraka being much of a bigger threat than the other ghosts on there. The gatekeeper and all the keymaster, the gatekeeper, and all that stuff like that. That was scary for the first movie and for Afterlife, but this one had more of a evil presence, and you kind of felt it through the movie, and you also felt that this one's has a lot more scarier beats to it than most of the Ghostbusters, and it actually more had horror stuff in it, even though it also had the little campiness of still the same old campiness that it had in the first two movies, because this one's really directly a sequel to it's a direct sequel after Afterlife, but it's literally right after the first two, kinda, even though Afterlife is, but you get my point. Like, the opening is just like the first movie and all that stuff, because it kind of brings you back to that a little bit. You have the original cast in here to help out, but like I said, this had more of a horror kind of beat to it, and also this ghost, Maraka, actually possessed the other ghosts, so it's kind of like this ghost was much more powerful than the other ghosts they took upon themselves to contain and control the Ghostbusters. I mean, contain, control, put them in traps and stuff like that. This ghost actually controls them, even in their container units. So this ghost was much more scarier, and plus, he frees the whole city. He froze water, beach, whole city throughout the whole movie. It's just when you go up to a ghost that's all ice. I mean, come on. Especially when there's a lot of different horror movies out there when these ghosts have different abilities and all that stuff, anyways, or demons or whatever that are in the other movies. This one can have the control of ice. And then there was also a weird thing about this where you have that guy from the Incendents, Marvel's Incendents or whatever. The Indian guy be the Fire Master. Now that was a little more campy than you think. Like firebending in this, okay, cool, but it takes you out of the horror element. It's like, oh, look, Avatar's in this movie, but again, not so much. They still go back into that horror aspect. Also, the thing with Phoebe having that friend as a ghost, that took some people out of it. When we looking at it again, it's just no one understood her and the ghost understood her. So that's kind of makes sense for that character. The ghost understands her, but yeah, it's a different, unique kind of thing. But it's okay. I didn't like it at first. I saw this movie twice in the theaters. Like, I thought the first showing was great, but then I went there for a second showing because, heck, I want to see this movie again. I saw it twice, just because. And this is my third time watching it since it came out on Blu-ray and out of the theater. And when we watched it, the Phoebe thing was all about a misunderstanding from her family. She getting benched, all that stuff like that. and the ghost understood her, and most people didn't like that. And then when I watched it the second time, I still didn't like it. Now that I watched it the third time, I get it. There's gonna be a certain friend or a certain friend or a certain person, even in your family, or like I said again, I said a friend, family, even if you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend that understands your situation. Yeah, and they clearly understand what you're going through, then yeah, that person's going to be the person you lean on. It's not usually a ghost, but I get what they're trying to do with this. Like when I was had an I have an ex girlfriend, but at the time when I was dating her, I understood everything that was going on with her because I was in the same predicament. Like I lived at home, she lived at home. She had to deal with her parents every day. Same here. When you live with your parents, you have to go by their rules, understand that. But also, other things, I understood her by other things, so I was a person to lean on. But again, that's just a similarity to that. But this movie again had a lot more horror beats to it, and it was a lot more fun to watch this for Halloween, for this Halloween movie marathon, than the other ones. I usually don't put Ghostbusters in the Halloween movie marathon, by the way. This one is ranked up. This one has put itself into high rank of the Halloween movie marathon. This one put its high rank of the Halloween movie marathon because usually people see Ghostbusters as a comedy mixed in with a little bit of paranormal activity stuff in it, or hauntings and stuff like that. But they're making fun of it kind of in a way. Where like, oh, there's some people there that can like capture ghosts and bust them, which makes this movie so cool. But this one has higher ranks than all of them because it actually has a more scarier threat of a ghost. Now, maybe next year when I do my Halloween movie marathon, I might put the other ones in this and talk about them. But I'm a big fan of Ghostbusters. And also, for an example, if you're watching this video, they also have Krispy Kreme donuts. It's also doing a Ghostbusters themed donuts. You can find them at Walmart and Target. So if you are a Krispy Kreme fan, or you just like going, also can go to their location. Go get the Ghostbusters donuts, because they actually have them, and the box looks kind of cool. The box looks like one of the containment centers. One of the containment things that they use for the trapping the ghost. The ghost trap. There we go. The ghost trap. There we go. The containment ghost trap. The box actually looks like that. And for this premiere for this movie, I actually have a popcorn tin that is a ghost trap. You can actually take off the purple thing that it was at AMC. The purple thing that it has on there. You can use it as a ghost trap or use it as a decoration for your Halloween stuff if you have it. But yeah, Frozen Empire is great. I love this one. This one's fantastic. So if you like this video, put a like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and deuces, bro. I'm making this video, and I'm gonna have to go to the movie theater real quick, like I did on Thursday, like I did for Smile. I'm going to see Piece by Piece, and I might come back and do a video on that. So, deuces. Put a like, comment, subscribe also.